Arman has pulled out, and we have a new main event for UFC 311. Islam Makhachev versus Money Moicano. I was looking forward to Islam and Arman too. Arman pulled out due to back issues or something. I've never really heard of such a thing, to be honest. And now we have this. Um, I think this fight, I don't think it's going to be very close. I think Islam is going to do exactly what he did to Volk in the second fight to Renato Moicano. Renato's older. He has worse striking. His ground game's not going to be as good as Volk's. It's not going to be as good as Armin's. It's definitely going to be better than Dustin's. But this fight will not be competitive. I think Islam's just going to kick a throat. I think Islam's going to kick a hole through Renato Moicano's head. And just another seamless defense. This is now the second time Islam has had an opponent come up on super short notice and fight him. It kind of makes you wonder how legitimate does it make the defense? Um, I don't think having a defense against a short notice Hinata Moicano is the equivalent of a full camp Armin Saryukian. And while yes, Hinato's also on short notice, he has nothing to lose. I still give a lot of respect to Islam. He's 35. This is probably his last fight for the belt. And it's just too bad he got it on short notice. If he loses this fight, it's going to be a long climb back up the ladder. It's just really frustrating. I was looking forward to Islam Arman too, and I was looking forward to the Dariush fight, which he doesn't have a fight anymore now. But yeah, I think Islam's gonna win pretty handily. I'd say knockout. I'll say Islam by knockout. Next, we got Marab versus Umar. I think this is a people's main event at this point. Both these guys have phenomenal grappling. Umar's much more technical in the grappling, but Marab has the pace and he has the pressure. But we can just look at the age. Uh, Marab's 5 years older. The first thing to go when you get older is your cardio and speed, which is that's what Marab uses as a weapon in a lot of his fights. So I think Umar overall, even if they cancel each other out in the grappling, Umar still has a much better striking. He stood and fought with Corey Sandhagen for 5 rounds. Of course, there's grappling exchanges, but a lot of the fight was spent on the feet, and he was piecing up Corey. Yeah, you can say the threat of the takedown, but still, you didn't see someone like Khabib outstriking Connor just because of the threat of the takedown. I mean, it definitely plays a role, but it doesn't discredit his striking performance against Corey. And to be honest, I just see Umar winning this. I think it'll be a decision. He's just gonna out damage Marab. I think he's gonna try to keep it on the feet because that's where he has the biggest advantage over Marab. And I think we're gonna see a new bantamweight champion. Next, this one's good. We got Yuri Prohaska versus Jamal Hill. This will be a guaranteed knockout, I believe. Or someone's getting dropped at least. But they're both coming off knockout losses. He's coming off one of the worst performances of his life against Alex Pereira. And Jamal, similar story there, but to be honest, I think I think Jamal has a slight advantage here. He's taken much less damage. I think he's only been knocked out once, and then his other loss is the submission to Paul Craig. But I think his chin's gonna be much fresher. I think he has the power advantage, but you can never be sure when you're betting against Yuri. He's got knees that can come from nowhere, elbows. But overall, I just think Jamal's defense is better. He has better power. He's gonna be more durable. I do think Yuri's gonna be the more gritty fighter, and he's gonna want it more. But I think Alex may have done. Alex pretty much knocked him out twice in their last fight, and I think he might have done irreparable damage to Yuri. So I'm gonna go with Jamal Hill by. Mm, I'll say second round knockout. Next, this me. First of all, why did they put Jay on the main? Why they put this dude on the main card over Peyton Talbot? Uh, and then why are they over Kevin Holland and Rainer DeRuyter? But besides the point, this is just gonna be an easy fight for Almeida. He's just gonna dominate him on the ground. He's stronger, faster, bigger, better cardio. It's uh, it's gonna be no match. He's just gonna take him down and have his way. He's gonna do what he did to Curtis Blades up until the fluky finish. I think he's one of the scariest prospects in the heavyweight division. And at this point, I think behind Tom, he's the most skilled. But yeah, it's gonna be a walk in the park for Almeida. He's just gonna fucking toss Sergey around, I reckon. Next, we got Kevin Holland versus another up and comer. I think he was like a champion in another organization. I forget which one it was. It was one of the B leagues, but this one's hard to pick. Rainer DeRuyter has like a sloppy boppy Jerkis Duplessis style. Like he was getting beat by GM3, who's like a wash vet at this point. But he was able to come back, hurt him bad, and I believe he submitted him. And you got Kevin Holland, who's got amazing striking. He's faster. He's got good power, and he has a decent ground game. He has a few submissions in his career. I think if Holland's coming in this fight fresh, he's gonna have what it takes to beat Rainer. But if he's compromised at all, I think Rainer's gonna get it done just by the grappling. Holland's grappling defense isn't, it's not the best, but I think he should be able to do enough to keep it on the feet and outstrike the Ritter. Maybe scoring a knockout or maybe scoring a knockout or a knockdown in the fight. But I think Kevin Holland gets it done. I'll say he gets it done by, let's say decision. Yeah, decision. Yeah, then you give Benil a fight. And this one, uh, Barcelos is being fed to the wolves. Let's call it what it is. I mean, even the age alone, he's 37. Talbot's only 26. Talbot's just gonna knock this guy out. It's gonna be like the Gamori fight. He's just gonna get another highlight reel finish for the ages. Not much else to say other than Talbot. Talbot by knockout, pretty handily. I'm gonna be real. I don't really know these guys. I've heard of Zachary Ozma. I've heard of Zachary Reese. Uh, I'm gonna go him by decision. Johnny Walker was supposed to fight this Guskov guy, but he pulled out. But from what I've seen, Guskov is a very dangerous striker, but so is Billy Alencana. He's new to the UFC though. This is gonna be his debut. Guskov's, I think he's got the more powerful strikes, and I think he's bigger. I think he's gonna have what it takes to knock this guy out. He's much more filled out from what I've seen. So watch it, watch him pull up. I think Bogdan's just gonna walk him down and pressure him against the fence and get another knockout. But time will tell. Next we got Grant Dawson versus Diego Ferreira. Um, Grant Dawson, his only loss in the UFC is to Bobby Green, I believe, which was like a kind of a fluke knockout. And then you can also look at the age difference. He's 9 years younger. Uh, Diego's way over his prime. But yeah, I'm going Grant Dawson. I'm gonna say Grant Dawson by knockout, third round. Grant Dawson by third round knockout. Perez. Um, Nakamura. Ricky Tercios, he got beat up by 18-year-old. So I'm going to go with Bernardo Sopaj. This is Khabib's training partner. It's going to be a Dagestani showcase. All the Dagestanis are going to win. It says he's 5'6". He's literally taller than Islam in the pictures they've taken together. So he's just going to out grapple this guy. I'm going to go Tagir by decision just via grappling. He's just gonna out grapple this guy pretty easily.